Hi everyone, welcome to Poonam's kitchen. In today's episode, I'm going to make roti. Roti is a very popular Indian flatbread made out of unleavened wheat flour dough. It's also known as chapati or fulka. Roti is made by two different ways. One is to completely make the roti on the griddle, and the other way is to partially cook it on the griddle and complete the cooking on the open flame. If you like this video, do give me a thumbs up, like my Facebook page at Poonam's Kitchen, and remember to subscribe to my channel. Now let's start by kneading the wheat flour dough. Here I have 1.5 cups of whole wheat flour. I'll transfer this to this pan and make a smooth and soft dough. I'll add water little by little and mix the flour together with the water. Whole wheat flour has gluten forming proteins. In combination with water, these proteins form gluten. Once all the flour has been incorporated with the water, knead this dough using your fist, like this. We have to make sure that the dough is very smooth and very soft. Only then we'll get soft rotis. Half the battle of making soft rotis is won once the dough is kneaded well. This dough, as you can see, is very soft. As I press my fingers into it, it makes a depression. Now this dough needs to rest. The gluten that has been formed needs to relax. So I'll put this in the refrigerator for at least half an hour. If possible, refrigerate it for a longer time. So here it goes in the refrigerator. It's been half an hour and here I have the dough out of the refrigerator. I'll give it a quick massage here on the rolling board. I'll divide the dough in 8 equal sized balls. Like this. The ball has to be very smooth. It shouldn't have any cracked edges. Here I have the 8 balls of the wheat flour dough. I'll switch on the heat to medium. I prefer to use the medium-sized burner for making rotis. I'll toss this ball in the wheat flour and roll this into a disc of around 6 inches diameter. Now to roll rotis, you have to roll uniformly all over, and this disc may roll over the board by itself in the clockwise direction. I'll toss this in the wheat flour, both the sides, and now again roll on the same side as I was rolling earlier. You can see the roti is moving clockwise. I have a very soft grip on the rolling pin. Now by rolling on the same side each time, you ensure that this top side is a thin layer and the bottom side is a little thicker layer. That is the characteristic of a good roti. Let's check on the heat. I'm able to feel the heat from almost 4 to 5 inches from the griddle. This means the griddle is ready. The side which goes face down eventually becomes the top side of the roti. Remember, this is the top side on which I was rolling. I want this to go face down on the griddle. To transfer the roti onto the griddle, I'll hold it in my left palm. I'll toss this between my palms twice or thrice. So now this is going face down onto the griddle. After a few seconds of transferring it onto the griddle, you'll start seeing some bubbles. Then the bottom side starts getting cooked. Time to flip it over. Now we'll wait for the bottom side to cook completely before we flip it around. You see the roti starts puffing up by itself. This may not happen all the time. This indicates it's ready to flip. Now I want to cook evenly from all the sides. I'll press it. I'm using a kitchen cloth to press this. How crisp you want the roti is a very personal choice. So here is the roti ready. To make the roti the second way, partially on the griddle and partially on the open flame, I have rolled another ball of the dough. I'll transfer this to the griddle. Toss it between my palms and the side on which I was rolling face down on the griddle. I'll flip it over once the bubbles start forming. Here again I am partially cooking on this side. Now, like the first time, I am not going to completely cook the bottom side. Once it is partially done, I'll remove the roti from the griddle with the help of tongs. Remove the griddle and cook this directly on the flame. And the heat has to be high for this one. So I've increased the heat. See how the roti puffs up? On this side. With the help of the tongs, cook evenly from all the sides. So here is my puffed up roti. So guys, this was all about making roti. Hope you liked this video. See you again with a new recipe very soon. Till then, bye.